the perfect BDSM love story.
Ooh, Yaoi review.
Hi everybody, it's Corbin, and today we are talking about A Fallen Saint's Kiss by Higashino. I'll read the back. We shall delve into it and get into the nitty-gritty. A Fallen Saint's Kiss. Arrogant Senior Takawa is granted a golden opportunity to take advantage of a special someone he's had his eye on for ages. His smart, unassuming teacher. But will their secret tryst ever grow into a full-fledged relationship? What will it take for the humiliated servant to actually want more from his sadist, dominating master? A Fallen Saint's Kiss pairs weak but willing men with burly, savage brutes who will have no problem pushing boundaries in their guarantee to maximum pleasure. Sometimes the stress of school take their toll, and most of the strong-willed students is, a little after our release, the painful perfect solution. Alright, this is rated 18+. It is published by 801 Media, and we shall delve into it. First off, let's start with the art style. Let's see if I can find a PG moment. Alright. The art style is very pretty. I wouldn't necessarily call the men burly. They're just a little bigger than the subs. They're usually just taller. That's how you can tell the dominant between the sub. There isn't much difference. They're not necessarily bigger. They both look just as... Shonen isn't the right word, and I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not the most way to tell, I guess. It's not like one's really bara and the other one's really not. Let's see. So, well, with that kind of out of the way, the art style is very pretty. It's nice to look at. It's very pleasant to see. It's very pleasant. It helps the story move along. And it does actually depict things, not 110%, so you don't... You get the polite outline, I guess is a nice way to put it, of things and genitalia and things entering things. So that's kind of the norm with yaoi like this. So the next thing that we do deal with in this one is the story. The first one is A Fallen Saint's Kiss. Now each chapter has its own name, and they're all dealing with kisses. It's all kind of mildly romantic, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. So the first story is a student-teacher pairing, except for it doesn't go quite how I was expecting it. The student is the one dominating the teacher. Like the back said, I was floored. I didn't think I was going to like it. I thought I was going to kind of just gloss over the first one and go, ugh. But in all reality, it was very romantic. It was very, very sweet. I was very pleasantly shocked. And when I say that, I mean that really 100%. Honestly, I was really pleasantly shocked. I thought it was a great contrast between what it could have been, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It progresses roughly along the stage of master kind of sub-pairing. They progress along until the sub nearly gets taken advantage of by 3 other kind of dominant figures, and then the master steps in and stops it. For me, it plucked all my heartstrings. It hit everything in all the right ways. I absolutely loved it, and it was erotic enough to keep me interested. And that story actually was 2 parts. The first part was called A Fallen Saint's Kiss, and then the next one is A Fallen Tyrant's Kiss. So that was very good. Liked it. The next story is A Clumsy Tyrant's Kiss. Now, A Clumsy Tyrant's Kiss is pretty much a student-student pairing story. The dominant student, he goes ahead and he spots the sub-student spying on the first pairing, the teacher-student pairing, having sex. And then he takes advantage of the sub-student. He completely misreads the entire situation. He thinks that the sub-student's interested in the dom from the first story, and the dom says, fine, have your way with him, use him, abuse him, do what you want. And it turns out that the sub in the second story really likes the dom in the second story. It's very romantic in that sort of sense. Then the next story, literally that's the entire plotline for the first story. The next one is A Beloved Slave's Kiss, which tells how the Sub actually is really confused about him and the Dom's relationship and why they're not really progressing as a couple. And it takes a friend stepping in and helping the Dom realize how much he really loves his sub. It was a very sweet, very nice story. I thoroughly liked it. That one was actually probably my favorite. Just because it was so sappy and so romantic, and it was so. It just had that kind of teenaged angst, desire feel to it. I really thoroughly enjoyed that. Now, the next one is A Fallen Lamb's Kiss. This one is pretty much about a student-teacher pairing, again, except for the teacher dominates the student. The student is a bit of a douche. He thinks his teacher is gay and proceeds to make the teacher's life a living hello. And we just see it progress from that awkwardness where he is posting hateful slurs and calling the teacher all these names and making the teacher's life hell, to where one night he catches the teacher catches the student and starts to train him to be the perfect slave or sub. It's was a very good story, very telling, very powerful in a lot of ways, because we end up discovering that there might have been some abuse, like the sub or the student was abused by someone in his past, and it's only like a 2-second flicker of this and why is this happening again kind of thing. And then it proceeds to the student actually falling in love with the teacher and realizing that he does like men and that he was just insecure about it and he thinks he's broken and that this teacher's the only way he's going to save himself. And that's both of those stories actually together for that pairing. The second story was called A Fallen Saint's Confession, where he admits he likes men. And it's very cute. All of the 3 stories in this are very well rounded. Very, very, very well rounded. And I really enjoyed them. I think this is a great addition to anyone's yaoi collection. It is just amazing. I would encourage you to get it. I gave it a 5 out of 5, which I don't do very often. By the end of this, I was just sitting there going, oh, I want a second one. Yes, I want a second one. I want to see how they do in 10 years from now. I really liked it. I mean, I highly encourage you guys to check this one out. A Fallen Saint's Kiss was really, really, really good. It is a little explicit, but I encourage you guys to check it out. I loved it a lot. If you guys have questions or comments, shoot them down below. Give me a thumbs up. Share this with a friend who loves yaoi, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.
Do you like what you see? Then...
Subscribe!